That's also good to see. Okay, so we got 2 whites we can swap out. And actually, I'm gonna drop one of these whites for one of these gems. I can carry 2 of those. And let's go ahead and do a teleport real quick, and we'll see what our crafted items are. I'll probably come back, grab this, and then finish up the rift. And then we'll go ahead and check out what cool items I got. Lots of plans that time, which, you know, isn't necessarily a bad thing. They're kind of crappy because you have to break down materials to get the hard-ass materials to get them. But for the most part, they're worth collecting. Let's go ahead and salvage all this up, though. Actually, to tell the truth, I'm not even going to look at it. Kind of gotten to that point now. That's why I'm so excited about the ladder starting up again. It's going to give everyone that nice, fresh start that we've all really been needing. There we go, an Imperial Ruby drop, so that's always nice. And these things are going to keep going up there. There we go. And those, I've been selling them. As you can see, I have 2,000 piles of them, so they can, you know, they can be sold. No biggie, no biggie.
Right good bunch of things for you this fight.
And pick up the rest of this awesome loot. Just laying on the ground for me to take. Success. And this should wrap around. It looks like there's another section to the rift. So yeah, even after killing the Rift Guardian, I'll often continue on. It seems like the farther and deeper you get into these rifts, the bigger and better. Like, as you've noticed, I've been picking up the normal old chests. But here, if you get pretty deep into them, you'll start picking up the resplendent chests everywhere. Which is always really nice. There we go. Ah, that was cool. That guy, like, flew off. Totally smashed. That guy thought he was cool. Sorry, I'm a noob. Oh, treasure goblin. I loves me some treasure. Slow him down, smash him up. I hope he drops a legendary item. And please, no plans. I'm tired. I got 2 of those already. Gargantuan's kicking his ass. There we go. So we got 3 rares, an Imperial gem, and some of these parts I'll sell. Turbulent Path 4. So as you can see, this is Act 1 area here. It's from the little damned places you go for the butcher. But it's not on fire and red. It's dark instead. There we go. Another full bonus. So as long as I don't die, we're in like Flynn, and we're going to power level all night long. And get my soul harvest ready on one of these big groups. There we go, there's a 5. And that brings me to, yeah, 8,048 intelligence, so with that rolling, it's definitely doing the damage. Try to stay out of this fire trap there. And hopefully there's some resplendent chests in here. And if I'm lucky enough, I'll keep getting this Zunamasis set. I'm really excited to get all the parts for it. It's going to take a while. This last update was, they actually made the drop rate of it a little higher, so maybe I'll be able to successfully get it. Of course, maybe not. I was checking my amulet there real quick, making sure I had the right one on. I've got 3 of them now that I kind of alternate. One gives me incredible life steal. One gives me really, well, that arcane. As you can see, like, the little arcane beacons, they don't even affect me. And I have another one that's just straight up, it's beefcake, just for attack damage. There we go. Let's get him, Gargantuan. And that guy, when he's all said and done, all beefed like that, he does way more damage than I do. And these little fire spots, if you happen to walk back to this area on the map and they're relit, then they're going to spawn more enemies out. That's kind of a neat feature of the harder difficulties. There's actually some instances where enemies respawn. Makes the Act 1 bosses kind of tricky. If you're going for the full, complete all the floor to get all the items style, then those guys that respawn, you'll want to, you know, stop and fight them every time. There we go. Nothing good in the torch tools. There's a normal chest, so. Those can still drop legends, though. Well, anything has a chance. I've actually seen a legend drop out of a barrel, and that was... I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I was like, damn! After that point, I knew I should just keep breaking everything. So here we go, path 5. We're getting farther. This is another Act 1 here. This is where you fight, where you see the spirits of Leoric and his wife. And this one again, it's not blue anymore. It's like a dark dungeon. You'll notice in the Rift, a lot of the theme is as dark as they can possibly make the area. I'm gonna go get that chest, but there's a lot of crap happening down here real quick. Let's try to bear them to death. Yeah, they like the bears. Y'all burning down the forest. Here we go. And nothing in there. And this level layout's it's a giant box full of these little cells. So I tend to kind of stay on one edge of it and just work my way around. And here's these summoners again. We've got to get these out of here. As you can see on the higher difficulty, they just drop skeletons out like Jesus. So the faster we can get the summoners out, the better. Because they're actually, they'll see how they run away, they'll actually lead you into new enemies, like this grotesque guy here. And we'll try to get them out. There we go. Once one's popping, then they'll kind of chain reaction on each other. Done. Oh, these summoners, I swear. I am having a day with these guys. Get out of here. All of you. At least they're not the shaman. I mean, these guys cast more skeletons, but they're a lot weaker than the shaman. And then the shaman also has, he shoots those big fireballs and stuff. And those are actually surprisingly... This is another summoner here. These gals here, these wretched cadavers. See how they puked up, guys? Harder difficulties, they puke up more enemies at once. Let's try to find the one here. No, these are just all standard guys. Go ahead and slow them and bear them. Slow and bear, wins the war. There we go. Out of here. Next group. And if you come up to a group like this and you notice that there's one of these chicks puking them up, go ahead and go for the chick. Like right here, I'm going to concentrate on these two gals. My minions will probably just pick whatever enemy's closest. There's one summoner down, and we'll go ahead and run around them. And there's 2 more here. There's 4 more actually all together. So they're going to be vomiting up all these other enemies for us to battle. And again, they're enemy type that they'll just kind of run away whenever they start taking lots of damage. So if you can get behind them and kind of trap them in there, that's the best way to take care of them. There we go. We did pretty good on that group. They casted probably 4 or 5 times each. And there's some elites. What are they? Avenger, Thunderstorm, Knockback, and Waller. So the Waller's gonna suck here, because they block my bears now. I used to not have to worry about that. I could just blow up my dogs that were on the other side of the wall. But now wall really pisses me off, just because I can't get my bear attack on. And at this point, it's my bread and butter, basically. I don't have any gear that's amplifying it yet, though. I think I'm gonna go for a zombie charger instead of gargantuan damage. So if I get these zombie bears rolling good, they're gonna be unstoppable. They already drop massive amounts of damage. As you can see, they're 5 or 6 million. Run around this other side real quick. There's one down. Pop. Immediately start working on his buddy here. If they put the wall behind me, it's cool. My zombie bears still go through it. There we go. Pop. And there's our rare item from the elites. And we'll just kind of keep following around the border. Unless we find enemies, of course, and we can run up here and make their days better. There we go. Goodbye. And your gross eel babies too. We don't want no eel babies. Not now. And that's a nice little feature too. You notice when I pick up this gold, bam, it's right down here now. Nice little verification of, did I really pick up that gold and how much? See, it added those piles together. Normally you just have to guesstimate, like, oh, I picked up 5 piles of 2 and 3,000. That must be about 12,000. But now you can just look down there and it adds it all up for you. There we go. More Veld crystals. Always good. Almost seemed like something was resummoning those guys. They were just kind of relentless there. As you can see, sometimes I get lucky and get like 2 million per hit. And from what I've been watching online, I've been seeing people play it on Torment 6 level, which is still 4 levels away from where I'm at currently for difficulty. But I've seen some people playing it at the highest difficulty and still dealing, you know, 3 to 4 million in damage. So I'm feeling pretty good that every now and then I'm breaking that 2 million mark. So I know it's being adequate for how I'm playing it currently, so hopefully it holds true, and when the ladder starts up it'll still hold true. I'd love to get on there day one and really give it my all to be a little more competitive. And there's a hero zombie running all super quick through there. We'll try to focus on him. Watch, make sure we just don't get into this orbiter and we should be good. You could see his electrify wasn't really hurting me too bad. These little minions have electrified as well though, so we'll want to single them out for sure. As you can see, every time you hit them, they're shooting out these little sparks from their feet. If a big enough cluster hits you, they'll do some nasty damage. There we go. And now we got Big Daddy to solo on. And he's running. It's kind of weird. Normally these guys don't tend to run, but, well, like I said earlier, they know what's coming. Yeah, I'll let your orbiter hit me. I don't care. I don't give a when I'm fighting you. Here we go. And pop. Woo! And there's yeah, it resets all this too. So I've been collecting a lot of achievements tonight, which is really nice. It feels fresh. Something to redo, I guess, but I'm not really the type of player to complain about an update run the game. It's more of a learn to play the game different. And then you don't sound like a dumbass when you complain about it. At least that's my trick to the internet. You're gonna see a lot of stuff out there you don't like. And, you know, a lot of places are nice and they're like, here's a thumbs down. You know, you don't like it, express your opinion. Some places, you know, they're just always, we can only have positive. That structure's kinda lame. 'Cause you know there's gonna be bad things, especially with these games. I mean, they're releasing so many right now that are just unfinished, unpolished. Basically, you have to buy them on the premise that the publisher is not going to let you down and is going to fix them to be playable at some point. So it's nice kind of going back and playing these games that have been out for a little bit, and they're still really into releasing really big updates. Like this last update, I mean, it was, you just downloaded the entire server version of the game, all 10 gigs, and it's phenomenal for it. I mean, I've experienced a lag-free, I mean, I have lag when I record, and that's just because my recording software sometimes locks the system real bad. But for the most part, this little latency thing, yeah, it's only 86 milliseconds right now. I mean, with the other servers, if I had anything else running, I was getting latency out the butt. But now that we're in this little public test realm, I haven't had any latency issues. So if you know you're an avid online player, like you like the multiplayer aspects of this game, definitely go out there, re-download the whole 10 gig version so it's all server safe. And I guarantee you'll get a better experience than you would expect. Keep on rocking this guy. He does have that extra health. He's at 164 million. But we'll just keep chilling him and throwing our zombie bears at him. Somehow my Gargantuan's hitting them through the wall, which is surprising. Usually Gargantuan's a stupid one standing in the corner not doing nothing. And pop. Feller on the fiend for a death breath. I'll take it. Probably nothing in here. Of course not. Just give them time to start summoning things. Wonderful. Knock these guys down real quick. Hold up. Oh man, see, sometimes you just, they'll create a whole wall of guys that you gotta kill. But once you get through to them, toast, buddy. Yeah, you think you're cool. I have summons too. And mine are killing all yours. Yeah. It's kind of fun to mock the enemies. Because, you know, these guys are really trying their best to kill me. But it's not going to happen. Not today, at least. Some days I have bad runs and I just die over and over. And that's usually when it's like Arcane Jailer Waller. Those guys kind of suck. There we go. So, we got that all cleared out now. Continue on down the side here. And I kind of like running the side on this map in particular just because it's make sure that you don't miss anything.